Well, just quickly, I want to welcome everyone. I know that many of you have been preparing for this, and so many leaders coming together. We didn't expect so many, but this is God's doing, and so we sense a momentum taking place. Now, what is Asia 2020? And many of you are wondering this, and so let me just give you a brief summary of what I think is going to be taking place. But first of all, Asia 2020 started off as a Congress that was supposed to take place last year, but due to COVID, we delayed it for an online gathering to this year, and then we're planning for a face-to-face next year because we still value a face-to-face conference, and I'll explain to you later on that. But it started off with Asian leaders, church leaders, mission leaders, and even theologians coming together, sensing that this was a new era for the Asian church and missions. Now, I know that this is not new, but have always known this, that in the last 50 years or so, we've seen the majority world church, Asia, Africa, and Latin America, the churches rising after the missionaries came and from the West and planted churches, and now we see a new rise of the Asian church. Today, though, 2021, you're asking, what are the challenges and how are we going to meet them? Well, as you all know, 2021, the most obvious challenge is COVID, but yet I don't sense that COVID is the main challenge that is at hand that we have to wrestle with, although it's one of the more important ones. We do see a rise of nationalism and religious extremism, and as a result, we have Christian communities all across Asia who are under a rise of persecution and suffering. At the same time, there are other countries that are completely free, and as a result, there's also globalization, urbanization, and with that, secularization, and a post-religious world coming with the younger generation who have lost interest in spiritual things. And so how does the church, as we come in the year 2021 to meet the challenges of secularization? And the third thing that I sense is, as we all know, and just with the recent headlines, there's a growing geopolitical conflict that is right at our doorsteps. And most likely it's going to take place very soon within our generation. And the church needs to be ready for any kind of conflict. But what I've always noticed is that in any challenge, there's always God's movement at the same time. God is sovereign, and He is raising up a new generation of Asian leaders to step up, to meet this challenge, and to extend the gospel into areas across the world.